This is subject EVS-1, lesson number 4, water safe for drinking, part 2. In this part, we learn things sink or float in water. Means the substances, some can sink in water and some float in water. That we are going to learn through this experiment. Now fill a large container with water and collect the following articles that is available in your surrounding. Here we have taken eraser, sharpener, pencil, plastic scale, rubber band, nails, small or big, then coin, spoon and plastic spoon, and here some soil particles. Some are heavy and some are lighter. And other than this, you can take the leaves, dry leaves, or the things which is available in your surrounding. All these things you have to collect and keep with you, and then you have to add one by one. First, here is added the eraser, and that we have to observe whether it is sinking or floating. Second is a sharpener, put in the water. Then put pencil, and you have to observe all these things. Then take the rubber band and put into the water. After that, you have to take the scale and put into the water. Then you have to put nails, both the nails, and this is the twig, that also you have to put in the water. And coin, that also put in the water. And observe the spoon, which is heavy, that you put in the water. The plastic spoon also put. And then you have to observe each and everything which you have to put into the water. Then you will find the things which is lighter than the water are floating on the water. For example, plastic spoon and the scale and the pencil and rubber band. These things are floating on the water, whereas other thing which is heavier than the water are sink into the water. Now you have to do, see, the oil soil particles you have to add into the water. The soil particle which are heavy, which will settle at the bottom of the container, and these are the dry leaves, that also add, that you will find what happened. Yes, dry leaves float on the water, and the small twigs of the plant, that also add, that you will find that that also float on water, because twigs, leaves are lighter than water, whereas soil particles are heavier, they settle at the bottom of the container. And that is what we have to did the experiment. And you can do this experiment with the different things and decide whether they are floating on the water or they sink into the water. That is your choice, which things you want to check it. Okay. Now, the things which sink in water, for example, eraser, sharpener, steel spoon, nail, screw, stones, coins, soil, all sinks into the water, which is heavier than that. And the things which float in water, example, plastic ruler, plastic spoon, twigs, leaves, pencil. These are the
Here again we have another activity for you. Take some muddy water in a beaker. If you do not find muddy water, then make it by adding some soil, pieces of dry twigs, leaf, etc. to water. Now, allow this beaker to stand still for 4 or 5 hours. What you will see? Now, for you, I have already performed this experiment. See. After 4 or 5 hours, you will get this result. What do you see here? The particles of soil sink in the water and form a layer of sediment at the bottom. But twigs and leaf, they float on water. It takes a long time to form a sediment. From this, what do you understand? Particles of soil are heavier than water, but because they are very small, they take a long time to settle to bottom of the water. Leaves, twigs are lighter than water, and water will appear much clearer than it was. After 4 or 5 hours you will get this result. You will try this at your home.
With this experiment, we are ending the part 2 of the lesson number 4 and hope everybody like this experiment. You can do the different experiment by using the different things and decide whether the things are floating or sinking in the water. Till we say thank you.